That may never return to an outfit that was only given to a few players. These are 50 Fortnite items you're lucky to own, starting with the Rainbow Racer. Rainbow Racer was obtainable for free through the first ever Refer a Friend event back in Chapter 2 Season 6, but there was just one problem. Fortnite Primal was one of the most unpopular seasons ever, so on top of needing to play the game yourself, you had to play with a friend that doesn't play Fortnite, which made this item kind of hard to obtain. If you did get to unlock it, it was an awesome reward, as not only did you get the Rainbow Racer, but you'd also unlock the drive shaft and the flare flare. Another limited time cosmetic you may have missed out on is the Midnight Scythe, because to unlock it you had to redeem a V-Bucks code between March 18th and April 18th of 2024. There's probably a lot of players that didn't even know this event was going on, but hopefully Fortnite will bring this pickaxe to the shop someday to give players a chance to buy it. But a pickaxe you could unlock for free is the Crowbar, which was available back in Season 5. You're lucky if you own this one because it's one of the most popular pickaxes in the game, but it's also become super rare because the last time you could obtain it was in Chapter 1. To unlock the Crowbar, you had to complete the high stakes challenges, but who knows if it'll ever return. If you missed out on the Crowbar, hopefully you were at least able to obtain the Vault Guardian for free by reaching tier 10 in the Most Wanted event pass. On top of including the Vault Guardian, this pass also included the Gold-Blooded Ace outfit for completely free. The Vault Guardian is one of the cleanest reskins of the Crowbar, and unlike the Crowbar, both of these items later had item shop appearances. The same thing happened when Fortnite collaborated with Juice WRLD, specifically the Slayer Juice WRLD outfit. Players waited for years for this crossover, so there was a lot of hype when it was finally revealed at the end of the remix trailer. On top of adding the regular Juice WRLD outfit to the shop, to celebrate his legacy, Fortnite decided to give away the Slayer Juice WRLD outfit for free by logging in between November 25th and November 30th, 2024. Don't worry if you missed out because it has become an item shop cosmetic, being sold for 1500 V-Bucks, but hopefully you are one of the lucky players to get it for free. It's not the only icon reward you're lucky to own, because next we have Astroworld Cyclone. Travis Scott is the most popular collab of all time, so it's really no surprise that players like the glider too, but it hasn't been available in over 1700 days, so it's gotten super rare. This glider was given to players for attending Travis Scott's astronomical event, and although a lot of players showed up for the event, if you started playing after Chapter 2 Season 2, you would have missed out on it. I would also bet a lot of people missed out on the Beastbrella, as this was unlocked through the MrBeast Extreme Survival Challenge. Unlocking this glider was way harder than it sounds, because with the $1 million prize, a lot of players got on to compete, and this glider was only given to the top 100,000 players. Because of this, it was super hard to unlock, and a lot of players missed out on unlocking it. Another item you could unlock through a tournament is Tart Tycoon. Back in 2020, Fortnite and Apple went to battle, with Fortnite being completely banned from the App Store. So to troll Apple, Fortnite hosted the free Fortnite Cup, and if you earned enough points, you got the Tart Tycoon skin for completely free. But here's the catch, once the event ended, it was gone forever. Only time will tell if we'll ever see this skin come back, and the same could be said for Indigo Kuno. Instead of being a part of a dispute, the skin was actually a crossover with PlayStation and could only be unlocked by placing high in the PlayStation Cup. Because we know this outfit is only owned by 6,000 players, you're really lucky if you own this one.
Hey, can you jump in my truck and get a wristband for me?
In your truck?
Yeah.
Got it.
If you've been a PlayStation player since the early days of Fortnite, you may be lucky enough to own some of the PlayStation Plus packs. Fortnite has released a ton of PlayStation Plus packs throughout the years, but sadly, once each promotion expired, they never returned, and some of the older packs have gotten super rare. The rarest and most iconic of the PlayStation Plus packs is definitely the Blue Team Leader, but there have been some awesome PlayStation Plus items that have released in the past few years, like Saltura, Blizzard Bomber, and Sub-Zero Cryptic. Speaking of gaming, hopefully you're able to get some of the most wanted gaming legends, the Street Fighter skins. Chun-Li, Sakura, and Ryu aren't just fan favorites, they become some of the most wanted skins in Fortnite, and they used to come back a lot, so nobody expected them to vanish for almost 1,000 days. Now, with no sign of a return, these items are even more sought after, so if you've got one of these in your locker, consider yourself lucky because tons of players missed out, and at this point, who knows when they'll come back. Another item whose return remains a mystery 3 is Mako. This one was only available to the OGs because to unlock it, you had to reach level 25 back in Fortnite Season 1. However, there were some lucky players who happened to pick it up during its controversial appearance in the Season 2 item shop. That's right, in Season 2, Fortnite put Mako in the item shop for 500 V-Bucks, but this upset some of the original owners, so it never came back, and it's now been over 2,500 days. With Fortnite OG bringing back the Season Shop cosmetics, a lot of players, including myself, were hoping we'd see Mako make a comeback, but sadly, it's yet to make an appearance. Another rare item that made a short comeback to the item shop is Reflex. Originally, Reflex was only supposed to be given to players who bought a NVIDIA graphics card, but it was brought to the item shop and stayed there for 2 days. This meant you could get a skin that some players spent hundreds on for only 1,200 V-Bucks. So obviously, Fortnite had to make things fair, and to do that, they granted Stealth Reflex to the original owners, but sadly, since then, Reflex has never returned, so hopefully you bought it when you had the chance. Reflex may have only been in the shop for 2 days, but the next skin, it returned for just 1 hour, and I'm talking about Paradigm. Originally, Paradigm was meant to be exclusive to the end event back in Chapter 1 Season X, but in Chapter 5, Fortnite accidentally brought it back to the item shop. Just an hour later, Fortnite decided to remove it, sparking a ton of controversy. OG owners were upset that their exclusive skin had returned, while new buyers had to use V-Bucks to get it. So to keep both sides happy, Fortnite gave Paradigm an exclusive Reality Warrior edit style. Since then, it hasn't returned, so if you were online during that 1 hour window and managed to grab it, consider yourself lucky. Paradigm isn't the only storyline character that's no longer obtainable because there have been a ton of important skins locked behind the Battle Pass. So many of Fortnite's most important storyline characters like the Foundation, the Visitor, Midas, and Hope were locked behind the Battle Pass and may never return. Although some of these outfits have gotten item shop reskins, that can't be said for all of them. We've also gotten some super popular crossovers in the Battle Pass like Darth Vader. Vader is by far the most popular Star Wars character in the game, but sadly he was only obtainable through the Chapter 3 Season 3 Battle Pass, and although Fortnite did release Darth Vader Samurai in the item shop, you're definitely lucky to own his iconic original outfit. It's not the only great Star Wars item we may never see return, because next we have the Millennium Falcon. The Millennium Falcon is the most iconic starship Fortnite has added, but you could only unlock this glider as a Winterfest gift in 2019, and it's never been available in the shop. It was awesome for Fortnite to give this item to players for free as a Winterfest gift, but if you missed out, there's no telling if or when Fortnite will bring it back. It's not the only Winterfest item players are lucky to own, because next we have Santa Dog. This Snoop Dogg outfit was given away as a free reward for the most recent Winterfest, and the best part, you didn't even have to complete any challenges to unlock it. All you had to do was log in, head to the Winterfest cabin, and claim it. And let's be real, who's gonna complain about a free collab skin? We've also gotten some awesome emotes from Winterfest, with the most notable being a classic, Take the Elf. This is the closest thing we've gotten to a remake of Take the L, but it could be obtained by completing 14 days of Fortnite challenges back in Chapter 1 Season 7. But if you put in the effort to unlock it, it was definitely worth it because this one is a classic. However, the next holiday items may never return, the New Year's cosmetics. Throughout the years, Fortnite has released a few different New Year's themed cosmetics, but the problem is that a lot of them have been themed around certain years. So if you're able to get items like Out with the Old, Midnight Glide Mask, and the New Year's 2020 glider, consider yourself lucky because they're probably gone forever. Another emote that has never come back is Good Guy. This emote was a part of a crossover with Free Guy and could be used to show positivity.
Don't have a good day, have a great day.
Or it could be the ultimate troll.
Don't have a good day.
Good Guy was only available through challenges, and although Dude has returned, this emote has never come to the shop. But the first time Fortnite made an emote to cross over with the movie was Hot Marat, and it was given away in the item shop for 0 V-Bucks. Hot Marat is one of Fortnite's most classic emotes, but it was given away for free over 2,250 days ago, so a lot of players missed out on this one. Another classic item you could have gotten for free is the Rust Bucket. Just like Hot Marat, Rust Bucket was put in the item shop for 0 V-Bucks. Back in OG Season 3, Fortnite servers went down for 17 hours, stopping players from getting on, and this item was released to make up for it. Believe it or not, this is actually the back bling for Renegade Raider and Rust Lord, so who knows, maybe it'll come back someday, but if it doesn't, only some lucky OG players can say they own it. Both Crewmate and Distraction Dance were a crossover with Among Us, and could be obtained either in the item shop or by purchasing Among Us on the Epic Games Store before June of 2023. However, these items sadly haven't been seen since Fortnite removed removed imposters back in Chapter 3 Season 3, and it's now been gone for almost 1,000 days. Another crossover fans may have missed out on is Naruto. This is one of the most popular animes to ever be added to Fortnite, and when it was announced, a ton of fans were excited. 2 crossovers later, and nobody thought these would disappear from the item shop, but they haven't returned in over 800 days. Because it's been gone for so long, there's a ton of Naruto fans waiting for this outfit to return, so hopefully you were able to grab it when it was available. But the next anime crossover was locked behind the Battle Pass, Eren Yeager. Like Naruto, Attack on Titan is one of the most popular animes in the game, but Eren Yeager will probably never come back. Unless Fortnite were to bring back old Battle Passes, this item will never return, meaning it was exclusive to Chapter 4 Season 2. Another Battle Pass collab you're lucky to own is Lara Croft. This has become one of the most popular skins in the game, but sadly if you missed out on it, it was only available through the Fortnite Primal Battle Pass. On top of that, this outfit also has a golden edit style that was only obtainable by completing a challenge most players didn't even know about. That season we also got Neymar Jr. as the secret Battle Pass skin. He's easily one of the best athletes ever added to Fortnite with his unique edit style and of course the Hang Loose celebration emote, but since he was locked behind the Battle Pass, he'll never return. So if you manage to unlock him, consider yourself lucky because not everybody got the chance to add this skin to their locker. Another item you could get back in Chapter 2 was the Aquariaxe. This pickaxe is actually super underrated, and the best part, it was completely free. All you had to do was score 50 points in the Best Frenzy event, and just like that, the Aquariaxe was yours. It was a pretty easy reward to earn, but because it was a challenge item, it hasn't been available since. Another pickaxe you could get for free is the Shooting Star Staff. This one was even easier to unlock because all you had to do was log in during August of 2020. It was awesome of Fortnite to give it to us for free, but sadly if you weren't able to claim it, it has never made an item shop appearance. The same could be said for the Throwback Axe. This is easily one of the most iconic pickaxes in Fortnite, being the original default axe from Chapter 1. But when Chapter 2 rolled around, Fortnite replaced all the default cosmetics with new ones. To keep the nostalgia alive, they brought the OG default skins back to the item shop, but as a special thank you to longtime players, they gave away the Throwback Axe for free. But sadly, it hasn't been brought back since, so if you claimed it back then, you're one of the lucky players who still get to use it in 2025. While the Throwback Axe was given away for free, the next pickaxe was much harder to get, the Merry Mint. To unlock the Merry Mint, you had to buy Fortnite merch at GameStop to get a code back in Chapter 2 Season 1. Considering it's a rare version of one of the most popular and iconic pickaxes of all time, it's no surprise that the Merry Mint has become a fan favorite. It's not the only item you had to get from a real store, because next we have Disco Baller. Originally, this spray was only obtainable by getting a code at the Walmart Fortnite party, making it one of the rarest sprays in the game. But in 2024, Fortnite surprised everyone by bringing it back as a reward for earning just one badge in the Lantern Trials. Still, this item is pretty rare, as most players didn't even know it was being given as a reward. It's not the only spray that's sort of a flex, because to unlock Llama Lalaxy, you had to redeem a code included with a Samsung Galaxy Note 9 case. Although it's not as rare as Galaxy or Iconic, it's one of the rarest sprays in the game. Another Samsung exclusive that's definitely lucky is Andromeda. And the reason? Well, Fortnite didn't exactly make it easy to get. In fact, they only told players how to unlock it after it was already too late. To earn this skin, you had to play Fortnite on a Samsung device at least twice, once from December 3rd, 2022 to August 16th, 2024, and once from August 17th, 2024 to September 15th, 2024. Since this was such a confusing challenge, hopefully Fortnite will sell it in the item shop at a later date. I guess you could say unlocking it was complicated, which brings us to our next item, It's Complicated. This is a completely original Fortnite emote that used to come back to the shop pretty often, but ever since Fortnite bundled it as a bonus for purchasing Nintendo Switch earbuds, it hasn't returned. If you got it before then, you're definitely lucky, because there's no telling if or when it'll ever come back. Another emote that may never come back is Ride the Pony. Ride the Pony was originally a Season 2 Battle Pass emote, but Fortnite later put this item in the Save the World Founders Pack and made a new version for the OG owners, but this is one of the only times an old Battle Pass item has returned. Don't worry, if you were an OG owner, you lucked out too, because you were compensated with a Pony Up emote for completely free. But the next emote was way more controversial. Marshall, Laugh It Up. Laugh It Up is one of the emotes included in the banned confrontational emote setting, and it hasn't come back since then, leading some players to think the reason for its absence is because it's too toxic. Hopefully you're able to buy this when it was available, because this is one of Fortnite's most wanted emotes. But the next item shop emote was only available for 24 hours, Zombie Shambles. This emote was sold in the item shop for 200 V-Bucks to celebrate Fortnitemares, but for whatever reason, Fortnite hasn't brought it back. Considering it was only in the shop for one day, most players didn't even get a chance to pick this one up, but getting a rare emote for only 200 V-Bucks is pretty lucky. But an item shop cosmetic you could obtain for free is Heartspan, though there was a catch. You couldn't just buy this glider for yourself. In the spirit of Valentine's Day, Heartspan could only be acquired as a gift, meaning you had to rely on a friend to send it to you. This made it a bit tricky to get, especially if you didn't have someone willing to gift it. But if you're lucky enough to have it gifted to you, you now have a rare OG glider. Another free glider from Chapter 1 is One Shot, and this is one of the best umbrellas of all time. The One Shot umbrella comes in all black, making it one of the cleanest umbrellas in the game, matching with all outfits. To obtain it, you had to win a match of the Wix Bounty LTM back in Season 9, but it hasn't come back since. Another item you could obtain through the Wix Bounty LTM is the gold token. This is one of the cleanest back blings, and it's the perfect combo for pretty much any gold skin in the game, and to unlock it you just had to complete Wix Bounty challenges. If you happen to own this back bling, maybe you could use it with the Golden Bane Guardian quest pack. Guardian Amara is the closest thing we've gotten to luck, so if you missed out on the Season 8 Battle Pass, this was the next best thing to buy, but Fortnite hasn't been bringing it back. It was also a really good deal, being only $12 for the outfit, pickaxe, back bling, and 1500 V-Bucks. It's a similar situation with the level up quest packs. So far, none of these have returned, and they're usually a steal, coming with a skin, an edit style, a back bling, and a pickaxe with 28 free levels, but so far, none of the level up quest packs have ever returned. Maybe Fortnite could bring these back in the future, but because you had to complete quests to unlock the edit styles, the styles may be gone forever, so consider yourself lucky if you got one of these awesome bundles. But the next skins were only given to a select few content creators to showcase it early, but it never actually came to the item shop. When Fortnite released the second NFL collab in Chapter 2, they brought with it new referee skins, and although most of them came to the shop, the Spiral Specialist and Sideline Commander never officially released. The reason why is because they're pretty much exact copies of the Whistle Warrior and Striped Soldier from Chapter 1. This means that these skins were only given to some lucky content creators, and they'll probably never be sold in the shop. But an outfit that did come to the shop is Dante. In Season 6, Fortnite added the glow-in-the-dark outfits Rosa and Dante to celebrate the Day of the Dead. Although most years Rosa has come back to celebrate, Dante hasn't been seen since 2020. Some have speculated that he's been replaced by Salvador, but since Dante is an item shop skin, he could always make a comeback. Dante will probably make a return someday, but the edit styles for the Party Trooper will never return because these were event exclusive. To unlock the J Balvin style for the Party Trooper, you had to attend the J Balvin Party Royale event. Considering this was just a Party Royale event, not as many players attended it, so this one is actually very rare. Party Trooper also has a third style called the Neon Party Trooper, and to unlock it, you had to attend the Ariana Grande Rift Tour event back in Chapter 2 Season 7. These edit styles make the Party Trooper way better, so hopefully you were able to unlock these. Another style you could unlock by attending an event is the Magma style from Marshall Nevermore. The Magma style will never be available again, and the same can be said for the World Warrior as well as the early FNCS cosmetics. To celebrate the World Cup in 2019, Fortnite added some limited time cosmetics like the World Cup 2019 wrap, Kiss the Cup, and World Warrior. They also added a free extra style to players who own the fish stick during this time, and this style is no longer obtainable, so you're definitely lucky to own it. They followed this same trend with the FNCS skins all the way up to Chapter 4 Season 3, with the last limited time FNCS skin being FNCS Renegade. The newer FNCS items return to the shop all the time, but the old ones are limited time, so consider yourself lucky if you bought one of these because they're getting super rare. They're not the only arena rewards you're lucky to own because Fortnite has released a ton of ranked cosmetics, from umbrellas and back blinks to skins like Odyssey and Drakensteel Rider. The catch with these cosmetics is that to have the best styles, you had to get a high rank that season, You actually had to be really good at the game to unlock them. Because of this, not everyone was able to unlock these, so consider yourself lucky if you own them. But that was 50 Fortnite items you're lucky to own, and if you enjoyed this video, you'll probably like the one on screen now.